play Saints turned into one-dimensional team against Rams 136. Ryan Clark and Jeff Saturday break down Los Angeles 2,620 win against New Orleans, with Saturday saying the Saints went away from the run game, similar to the Rams the week before against the Vikings. 1,361,248 p.m. How do we know that the NFL playoff picture is heating up? Because we had our first 3 eliminations. The Cleveland Browns' 11th loss in as many games officially closed the door on the minuscule chance of reaching the postseason, according to the Elias Sports Bureau. The San Francisco 49ers, 110, and New York Giants, 29, also have run out of mathematical options, per NFL research. The NFL's other 29 teams remain alive, some in better shape than others. As always, we'll take a closer look at the top candidates below. The following 12 teams would make the playoffs if the season ended Sunday night. Check back Monday night for updates. AFC 1. Pittsburgh Steelers 92. See what the latest playoff picture looks like and simulate your own playoff scenarios. NFL playoff machine squeaking by the Green Bay Packers on Sunday night allowed the Steelers to keep alive their hopes of clinching home field advantage for the playoffs. In the meantime, they could seal the AFC North as early as next week with a victory over the Bengals combined with losses by the Ravens on Monday night to the Texans and the following week against the Lions. Sunday's results changed the AFC tiebreaker and allowed the Steelers to leapfrog the Patriots even though both teams won. The Steelers now own the tiebreaker based on a better record against common opponents. Point 2. New England Patriots 92. Sunday's victory over the Dolphins was the Patriots' 7th in a row and maintained a 3-game lead in the AFC East with 5 to play. They could all but lock up the division with a victory next week at the Bills, the first of 3 consecutive road games. Worth noting, the Patriots are 50 on the road this season and 42 at home. Point 3. Tennessee Titans 74. The Titans gained a game on the Jaguars in the AFC South courtesy of a pair of games decided late. The Titans edged the Colts with a DeMarco Murray touchdown with 5 minutes, 59 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. A few hours later, in Arizona, the Jaguars lost on a 57-yard field goal with 1 second remaining. That's all it took for the Titans to leapfrog into the AFC South lead, thanks to the head-to-head tiebreaker earned in Week 2.4. Kansas City Chiefs 65. Everyone wants the Chiefs to bench quarterback Alex Smith and promote rookie Patrick Mahomes too, and maybe they will. But the decision is complicated by the fact that, despite Smith's struggles and a 15 slump in the past 6 games, the Chiefs still lead the weak AFC West. Their advantage is down to 1 game over the Chargers, so perhaps it's now or never with Mahomes. Suddenly, a Week 15 game against the Chargers is looming with added importance. Point 5. Jacksonville Jaguars 74. The end of a 4-game winning streak was enough to drop the Jaguars into second place in the AFC South. But they've got a chance to rebound with 3 consecutive games at home, a huge advantage in the playoff push. It starts with a game against the Colts. If the Jaguars really are going to make their first playoff field in 10 years, now is the time to show us. Point 6. Buffalo Bills 65. A post-Thanksgiving victory at Arrowhead Stadium, despite the Chiefs' aforementioned nosedive, is a playoff-caliber win. The Bills restored order with Tyrod Taylor back at quarterback, but the cost of a 1-game sacrifice for Nathan Peterman could be steep. It resulted in a conference loss to the Chargers. An example of why that matters: if the Ravens defeat the Texans on Monday night, they'll match the Bills' 65 record but will own a tiebreaker based on conference record. Stay tuned. In the hunt: Baltimore Ravens 55, Cincinnati Bengals 56, Los Angeles Chargers 56, Oakland Raiders 56, NFC 1. Philadelphia Eagles 101. The Eagles' romp over the Bears made them the league's first team with double-digit wins this season. They have a 5-game lead in the NFC East, meaning they can clinch the division as early as next week. But if there's any vulnerable spot on the Eagles' remaining schedule, it's the next 2 weeks' consecutive West Coast games at the Seahawks and Rams. And there is more than one team poised to leapfrog them in the top of the NFC. Point 2. Minnesota Vikings 92. Week 12 put the Vikings in commanding position for the NFC North title, a 3-game lead with 5 left to play. They further benefited from the Saints' loss to the Rams, putting what amounts to a 2-game lead over both teams for the No.2 spot if tied with either. Those tiebreakers are crucial because, like the Eagles, the Vikings are entering the most vulnerable portion of their schedule in weeks 13-14. They are facing consecutive road games at Atlanta and Carolina. 3. Los Angeles Rams 83. At a moment when some thought they were about to fall back to the pack, the Rams grabbed a key tiebreaker advantage in defeating the Saints. They also maintained a 1-game lead over the Seahawks, who faced a far easier opponent in the 49ers. If everything holds, the Week 15 game at Seattle could determine the NFC West title. 4. New Orleans Saints 83. The Saints held on to the NFC South lead despite the loss to the Rams because of their head-to-head tiebreaker over the Panthers earned in Week 3. But they have no more breathing room as they head into a Week 13 showdown with the Panthers. A loss would drop them into second place in the division, eliminating the first tiebreaker and putting a premium on the second division record. A Panthers win would give Carolina a third division victory compared to the Saints' 2.5. Carolina Panthers 83. A 4-game winning streak has put the Panthers at the brink of claiming the NFC South lead. It won't be easy, though. Even if they win what will be a bruising game at the Superdome, they'll return home to host the Vikings. Consider it a 12-week gauntlet that will determine just how good the Panthers are. 6. Atlanta Falcons 74. The Falcons are doing their part to keep alive everyone's dream of 3 NFC South teams in the playoffs. They've earned head-to-head tiebreakers with each of the 2 primary challenges, Seattle and Detroit, and really can't be ruled out for the division title. They've got 2 games remaining against the Saints and then host the Panthers in Week 17. In the hunt, Seattle Seahawks 74, Detroit Lions 65.